Hi, Quirky Carlotta. Hi, Stubby Sue. Joshua, hi, Ann. INFJ. What's your first name? Howdy. Stephanie, hi. Hello. Tammy says good afternoon. Susan, good afternoon. You were worried about me? Don't worry about me. I'm tough. All it takes is one word with me. That's all. I'm fine. Hi, Carolyn. Robin, hi. There's Sandy. Sandy, I'm glad you're here. Janine, hello. Sandy C, look at all the flowers she sent. Joshua wants to know if he told me before what makes us a star. No, Joshua, you didn't. Why don't you tell us now? Because we could use a little of that. Quirky Carlotta says, I just woke up from a nap and realized it was almost 3 p.m. I know I forgot to put a post up. I was so worked up. I've had quite a week actually, and it's only Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. So I can't wait to do my video for tomorrow. I'm all psyched up. I think you'll have a laugh. Thanks, Susan. Maybe Sandy knows what makes us a star. I don't know. Joshua, I thought you knew. Hi, MC Anthony. Carolyn from Wisconsin. Oh, Quinny's trying to join in the conversation. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Well, you'll just have to live with Quinny because she's here. She's a part of the group. Janine says it's a gorgeous day in Pennsylvania. It's not that great here. It's a little overcast, although I can tell that the sun is trying to get out. Yeah, Quinny, she can't keep her mouth shut. I was wondering if today we'll wait to see if we can get a few more people on here and see if you want me to ask you some questions about how brave you are. It's Halloween is coming up. Hi, Kim. Kim says hi to everybody. Carolyn says she never sees my cat. I think my cat's name is Stanley, and I think he only comes out when he wants to walk across me when I'm sleeping. Debbie Sue says Quinny just wants us to know that she's here. Yep, she does. She'll probably be scratching at the door too, and then I'll have to go and let her out. She does have a loud bark, Josh. Gracie, it's beautiful in Boise, Idaho. Hello, Gracie. It's nice to see you. Kim says hi to Debbie Sue, and Debbie Sue says hi to Susan. This is a friendly group, isn't it? I've told you this is one of the best groups. I don't want to insult. No, the phone is ringing. I'll be right back. Gay. I can't talk. I'm doing a live right now. Yes, I did. Yep, I did. Bye. I'm sorry I disappeared. That was my friend Gay. But I can't tell you why she was calling because that's going to be in tomorrow's video. So, Carolyn says, oh, a boy cat. Yes, he's a boy cat, and he loves walking all over me. Does anyone else have a cat that likes to do that? Kim says the phone always rings with a live. Well, she was checking up on me. She should be on this live. That was my friend Gay. But she was checking up on me about something that happened last night. But I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to keep you guessing because I want to tell you tomorrow. So make sure you come to coffee tomorrow. We're getting back on track, folks. Carolyn says the weather there is cooling down and cloudy. It's in the 50s here. Hi, Rhonda. This is Rhonda says hi to me and to everybody. She's in Treaty by Rhonda Hensley. So go over to her channel if you haven't been there. And who else? Debbie Sue, of course. And Carol from Broken Bountifully Blessed. A. Torres, hello. I made the chat cleaning out the refrigerators while listening. Good, you're decluttering your refrigerator. I washed one shelf the other day, and I felt really good about it. Laura Leave says hi to everybody. Susan Welch says that her cat always wakes her up. Stephanie has 5 dogs and 3 cats. Oh my goodness. People always think my dog food bill must be expensive. I bet yours is. Carolyn says she has mums outside and had to bring them in. Remember those mums that I showed you that I bought and I had on the porch? They look like they're dead. I hope Woody's not on here yet because he'd be giving me heck. We got torrential rain last night, but we needed it. Sandy. We've got you, Sandy. Sandy Drew says hi to everyone. Rhonda says, I love you too, Debbie Sue. Can you guys see these comments? Should I be doing this? I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to be doing. Hi, Pam. How am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. How are you doing? We're getting back to normal here. Sandy made peach scones yesterday. Oh, my goodness. Stephanie says that she makes all the dog food and treats. Oh, my goodness. That must be a lot of work. Pam's Story for Humans, she says she's just leaving a ladies' Bible study and it was a great time. Well, is anyone, Laurie, she says almost everyone on her neighborhood has mums on their porches. Well, has anybody's mums died? Susan says, yes, we can see the comments, so should I not talk about the comments? I don't. Sandy, I've always wanted to make scones. I've never made them. Let me ask you a couple of questions. We all like to think that we would rise to the occasion, but when the chips are down and it's time to make a choice, how would you measure up? Who do you look up to? A family member? Members of the armed forces? A personal mentor? Professional athletes? Or firefighters and police officers? Laura Lee said her mom's died too, but I got mine from Home Depot, and they were so beautiful. Josh says, why is that heater having a burning smell? And he said there was dust in it. Yep, that happens sometimes when you first put on a heater. It does. Stephanie doesn't have time for animals, time for mums. Susan made fried apples. Carlotta says, I can talk about whichever comments catch my eye, but I don't need to feel like I have to read each one of them. I don't want anyone to feel insulted. Messenger Martha. Hi. How do you make fried apples? You just peel them and put cinnamon and sugar and fry them? Good answer. Laura Lee says she likes first responders and military. They so much on our behalf. Laura says she thinks it's terrible our military is not getting paid during the government shutdown. Joshua, Debbie Sue might know why it has a burning smell, but your dad is right. It's a burning smell because there's dust on the stove and it hasn't been cleaned. It's not that it hasn't been cleaned, it's just dust. So it's burning off. Sandy, you need to bring those scones tomorrow to coffee. Okay, now we know how to make fried apples, brown sugar and butter. Pam, does anyone else, this is a good question for us because I suspect that we all in some way struggle with this. She wants to know, does anyone struggle with when holidays are approaching with stress or with dealing with difficult family situation? She's just asking for a friend. Well, I can share with you my feelings, Pam. Holidays are tough. I find that I don't even want to invite my kids because I'm afraid they'll say no. So, hi Sierra Dawn, hi Cynthia. Guess what I'm doing? What are you doing? You're making that soup? Awesome. It really came out good. There's going to be another recipe on Friday, but it's just chili, and you probably already all know how to make chili, but I figured it would be an easy thing, and I feel like chili. Sandy got a dinette set today. She's happy. Joshua, I know exactly what you're talking about. Hi, Sierra, have you tasted it? Yes, it's really good. Janine says, I spend all holidays all alone. I hate it. Well, Janine, maybe you and I should get on the phone and talk. Or we can do a live. We'll do a live on the holidays. How that? We can bring our turkeys. Our turkey sandwiches. Carolyn says her anxiety flares around Easter. My anxiety is always there waiting to flare. I've taught us all what we're supposed to do about it. Oh, Kentucky Life with Debbie. That's another channel you should all go to if you haven't. She's awesome. She missed me this morning. That's because she didn't keep up with the schedule. 50 lashes. Hi, Rose. How are you? Carlotta, I know there are all kinds of family dynamics that some people have to deal with. Stephanie, don't be sad, honey. I bet there's a lot of people on this channel that are in the same boat. You can join us. If I'm alone on the holidays, which I just might be, we'll do a live. How's that? Susan spent Christmas alone last year, too. I have been lucky. I say that I've been alone. I'm alone. It's not my kids that come. I've usually invited to my daughter's in-laws. If I didn't have them inviting me, that would be tough. Laura says that the soup was super good. I can vouch for that because obviously, I made it, but I ate it every single day, so, and I didn't get sick of it. But I told you I took the kale out. Don't tell anybody. You're not supposed to do that in the recipe. Joshua, we got to talk about your heater. I have an electric heater that has a burning smell. When the first time I turn it on, it has that smell, and then it never has it again. I missed the thing. Oh, she doesn't like the part that dictates I have to buy presents I don't see all year. Yeah. Well, in my family, we've kind of stopped that. We just give gifts to the children. And sometimes they'll give gifts to me, I guess, because I'm special. But we don't get together usually until the first week in January, my kids. Sandy's mom made Portuguese kale soup. I don't think I'd like that. Carolyn says it's just something about this time of year. Well, it's probably you don't have as much sun. It's getting colder. The only holiday that I really like now is Easter, but no one comes to that either, so. Hey, listen, we have 45 people on here. We only have 18 likes. So if you could like this, that would be great. Laura has 2 infrared heaters. Pam says, I'm special. I know, aren't I special? I'm a movie star. Did you know that? I'm a host of my own TV show. Joshua, we already told you what the cause was. Susan, do you like Easter? Why is Easter your favorite holiday? Sandy says that her mom had an ice cream maker just like mine. I have really been enjoying my ice cream. It's certainly not cheaper to make your own ice cream, but it tastes a lot better. And hey, what the heck? We deserve a treat. So I make a recipe of ice cream once a week practically. But you know what I made this week? And I don't like it. Well, it's not that I don't like it. I made pumpkin pie ice cream. And it tasted like pumpkin pie. But I don't know, pumpkin pie ice cream, what do you guys think? Pam says one day I'll have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Right. Oh, I can't wait to tell you my story from yesterday. It's going to be another one about why I don't leave the house. But I got to figure out a good name so people will watch it. I love peach Melba, Sandy. Anne said she had some of my chocolate ice cream, and it was delicious. It was. Thanks, Anne. Kathy loves pumpkin anything. Kathy, you would like pumpkin ice cream. Actually, I have a taste every single night, so obviously I don't hate it. I kind of like it. Debbie Sue doesn't like the idea of pumpkin ice cream. Tammy's going to just stick to pumpkin pie. Hi, Jean. Very nice to see you. Oh, my goodness. INFJ says, I say you got stopped by the police for speeding, and then you mooned them. No, what I would do is I would do the poor me story. I've been stopped many times because I have a lead foot. So I usually tell them something and they let me go. But when I talk to you tomorrow, I'll tell you another thing that probably saved me from jail. Janine says maybe tomorrow's video will go viral. Maybe, because the one that went viral was why I don't leave the house. I think that was the name of it. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to those things, do you? If anyone knows the secret, let me know. Laura Lee loves pumpkin pie ice cream. Barb made the Zuppa Toscano and she said it was delicious. It was really. Did you like the kale? Susan, I wish YouTube would invite you to meet and greet influencers conventions. Do you know that vidIQ, I think that's what it's called. I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's, a lot of the really big channels and very polished channels belong to it, and they help you grow your channels. But they had a convention out in Texas, and Evie's Retired Life, she didn't go, but she knows a couple of people, Allison and Rhonda. And Rhonda, if you're still on here, maybe you could share with your experiences. But I call them rah-rah meetings, and I guess they're a lot of fun. And they get you all psyched up and excited. Barb, did you chop it up any further than it was? Hey, Retired Gypsy, we had 72 people. Thank you for doing that. And we only have 45 likes. Well, people might be still mad at me, so that's okay. And another thing, if you could check to see if you are a subscriber that you are still subscribed, because yeah, Debbie Sue, they said you didn't have to be invited, but do you know how much it costs, Debbie Sue? $1,000. So $1,000 is not a good thing. Yes, Laura Lee, they really do. They learn a lot, and with VidCom, and what they do is they analyze all your statistics, and they analyze where your viewers are from and how they find it, and they analyze everything, and they give you helpful hints. Faithy didn't make it the last time either, so she's probably out walking her dog. She doesn't know that she's a monitor on this. Oh, retired gypsy, thank you. You're awesome too. Well, we're all wicked awesome. Joshua, you got to start talking about sparkling Disney. Carolyn, she said that she picked up all the ingredients and she cooked for kale, with kale in it. And I made it once before a long time ago, and I enjoyed the kale. So my feeling is that I didn't cut it small enough, or I didn't cook it long enough. But I picked it out just like a kid would. So I think it would be really good with spinach. But the actual recipe calls for kale. So I almost didn't make it because I was out and about today. And, I'll tell you tomorrow. I don't think I'll ask any more questions because we only got one response from that. I'll just keep yakking. You can ask me questions if you want. Buttercup. Oh, she's been watching all the videos for a couple months now, but this is her first time commenting. Well, welcome, honey. I'm glad you came. This group is wonderful. They're really, really, it's a special community here. So I'm glad that you came and that you're commenting. Barb, you're probably right that the kale got softened in the Instant Pot. How's Quinny doing? Well, she had a rough time last week, but she's actually feeling better. I consulted with an online vet, which cost me $5 because my vet couldn't get her in, and I was able to give her medication that she had before. It was an anti-inflammatory, and I wanted to give it to her, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't overdose her because she chewed off the label. So I didn't want to kill her, but she's doing better. She still favors her rear end, though. Sandy, have you been in your pool lately? Marcia from Kansas Misfit, she's late. Well, she gets 50 lashes too. No, welcome. I'm glad you made it. Marcia, do you have 2 channels or 3 channels? She has Kansas Misfit, and then she does a Bible study, and I think that she has another one. I think, Carolyn, you should try it with kale. You can take it out like I did, and then I gave it to Quinny. Sherry, she's late too. Sherry, welcome. I'm glad you came. Hi, Nona Grace. Now she's another one that you should look up her channel. She has chickens and she has a motorcycle. I learned something yesterday about Nona Grace. She has 5 roosters. One of them passed away yesterday. But, so that was sad. But she does some interesting things. Like she has, Nona Grace, are those Concord grapes that you have in your yard or across the street or whatever? Khalid, hello, how are you? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Welcome. So let's welcome our friend that just came. I still have fruit flies. I thought they were gone, but then they came again. Marcia, you missed me this morning? Sandy, is the pool heated? Nona Grace, they're Concord grapes. When I saw them on your channel, it reminded me of my Bapchi, my grandmother. She had a whole grape arbor over her chicken yard. She had, a fenced-in area for her yard, and she had chickens in the chicken yard, but she had grapes going over the top of it. So that was kind of cool. And I remember the smell was so good. Susan wants to know if I've ever had cataract surgery. Susan, if Plain Vanilla Grandma was on, you should go to her channel, and she just had cataract surgery, and she is very pleased with the results. She had one done one week, and then she had the next one done the following week, and she can really see. She can't see close up, though. So, but she sees a lot. She had sheets that had snowflakes, and they were Christmas sheets, and she thought they were black, but they were actually like a dark forest green. A. Torres, she heated her pool on Sunday. They were 84 degrees outside, but the evenings are cold, so it makes the water cold. Yeah, I'm sure. Kathy's having what? Your cataracts? Are you having cataracts done in the morning? Tea with Debbie. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before, Debbie, have I? Thank you. I'm glad you subscribed. I really appreciate it. What happens, I think, is YouTube sometimes bounces them or they make a mistake. Robin says, Robin, I just noticed your name, Robin Wood. Do you get a lot of razzing about that? Robin is quilting while she's listening. She'd like to be yakking, but the quilting is more important. We know your heart's in it. Does cataract surgery hurt? I don't know because I've never had it, but Carol from Plain Vanilla Grandma says that it didn't hurt at all. She didn't feel a thing. Oh, Rhonda, she's had both eyes done. Rhonda, I'd be curious to know what your symptoms were, why you ended up having them done. Was it mostly night vision? I was wondering if you could have a lens implanted that you wouldn't have to wear glasses again, because practically everyone that I know that's had cataract surgery has to wear glasses. They have to wear readers. Oh, Marcia just finished making 6 pints of pepper jelly. What do you put in pepper jelly? Pepper? I know that that's an obvious question, but is it black pepper? Is it whole peppers? Is it red peppers? Chili peppers? What kind of pepper? Kim says, Robin, I miss not ever having one, a hot tub. Well, you all have heard my story about a hot tub. And someone asked me how my hot tub was going. I got it cleaned up pretty good. I had a bathtub ring, which was like embedded into the hot tub, and I couldn't get rid of it. So I did a lot of things to it, and I did clean it up quite a bit. But I refilled it. They're actually not a lot of maintenance, but mine is about 10 years old, so it's probably wearing out. Robin Hood, I married into the name. I am by birth. And Barbie doll. Kathy says she's supposed to be glasses free for everything. Medicare doesn't pay for cataract surgery? Rhonda, I was driving last night and I had the start of cataracts. I don't think they're fully, what do they call it, ripened? But the glare of the lights was really bothering me. Yeah, they were like starbursts. Kim, figure out what that candy is made, how it's made, because that sounds intriguing to me. You know, I like hot things, and I like candy. You all know I take candy to bed with me every night. Well, you know, I used to just throw the candy wrappers on the nightstand, but I finally brought a wastebasket in there. So now I just reach over and throw the wrappers in there. Thank you, Patty. She says I have a calming effect. Except for my video yesterday, I'm sure. Rhonda, her eye doctor, told her she had them. Yeah, I wonder how long it takes to ripen. I just as soon get it over with. Kathy, what is Super Coopers? Nan, hi. I didn't see you. I must have missed you. Welcome, and I'm so glad you came. This is an awesome community. Each person is better than the other person, so they're all just wonderful. Now, what is cowboy candy, Marcia? Thank you, Caleb. Thank you for saying that. That's really nice. I appreciate it. Hello, G.S. Thompson. Nice to see you. Nan, I hope you didn't leave. Oh, Ann Redmond. Here's a question. Are you ever going to interview Ann on your channel? Well, we'd have to ask Ann that because I've asked her, and it's a flat out no. I had to twist her arm when she did that garden tour. So, Kathy, you said your husband is totally glasses free. I bet that was expensive, though. Susan says that she has Medicare and her doctor says it pays. Ha. Oh, Marsha, I wouldn't quit. I was just having a Wawa day, a poor me day, or something. Do you ever have those? Do you ever feel sorry for yourself? Janine says we are all walking, talking miracles. We are. We are walking, talking miracles because we have survived to the great old age of what we are. And that's a good thing. And Anne says she will let me interview her when we're on our vacation. Anne and I are going on a vacation. We're going to go to the White Mountains. And she's going to drive my car because there's no way I'm going in her truck. She's going to be mad at me now. She says, you're always complaining about my truck. Hi, Glenda. No, I'm not going to quit. I'm not quitting. I'm not a quitter. I love the challenge and I love this community. Can you see how beautiful they are? How wonderful? Yeah, it's just sometimes we get oversensitive. Hi, Evie. Evie from Evie's Retired Life is here. Make sure you stop over her channel. She has a couple channels too. She also has a beautiful bird. And the bird's name is Chloe. And the bird likes to be filmed. So go and see her. And her dad has a channel, and he's, how old is he, Evie? Is he 88 or is he 80? I forget how old he is, but he's pretty old. And he has his own YouTube channel. Rhonda says she has a pity party every once in a while. I think that we all have pity parties. The thing is you shouldn't do it in public like I do. Ann says, I just don't want to ride in a good truck. Right. Oh, here's Christy. Hi, Christy. Barb wants to know if the White Mountains are in New England. Yeah, they're in New Hampshire. And there's really not an awful lot to do the time that we're going. Because the foliage season will probably be all done. And last year we took the train ride up to Mount Washington, and it was so cold. I don't know what the temperature was, but it was really bad, really bad. Christy, you almost missed me. Well, I'm here. I'm here. I haven't quit yet. Who's talking about Cynthia's very pretty? Thank you. Rhonda, have you? Did you feel better or worse? I don't know. You know that video, I swore I wasn't going to talk about it because I want to move forward. But I did it 5 times before I allowed myself to post it. And I said, oh, so what? What the heck is a rainbow massage, Marcia? Rose, you can come to the White Mountains with us. Anne's going to do all the cooking. Where do you live? We'll pick you up on the way. Would you guys be interested in, I have a policeman friend who said I could interview him, or if he would actually, sit with me while we did a video on some of the dangers that seniors and some of the scams and the credit card stuff and the boyfriends and all that stuff that we sometimes get in a pickle with. So just give me some feedback, and if you think that's something that you're interested in, I can get him to do it. His name is Drew, and somebody asked me something. Marcia from Kansas Misfits wants to know where the cherries are. They were hanging right here. And 3 people got them. But what's going to happen is I am going to do that once a month at the board meeting. Kim says I should do that interview. I think I should. Janine is recommending Pilgrim Devotions. Sherry and Laura are saying the foliage in upstate South Carolina is very dull. Don't you think it's because we didn't have any water? Yes, do the interview. Other people asked me if I would start talking about health issues. And believe it or not, that video that I did on peeing was very popular. Evie says she'll watch it if Drew cuffs me. I probably should be cuffed and pulled away. Laura Lee says she thinks the police interview would be great. I don't think I'm going to interview him. I think I'm going to ask him if he'll just do it, and I'll sit next to him, and of course I won't shut up. Anyway, so I probably will interview him, but... And I have another policeman friend. I was trying to think, because people wanted me to interview people, but I don't know that many interesting people. Except Ann, of course, and everyone here. Joanne, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, if you can't rant among your friends, who can you? Thank you, Caleb. I missed something that Rhonda had said. Oh, that's funny, Evie. Okay. You knew a lady, Pam says she knew a lady who was scammed out of $5,000. Well, I think that what happens is we think we're pretty savvy and we think we're pretty aware of the potential dangers of the internet and stuff. But we're also naive and we're also trusting. And con artists are very skilled. So, I don't think it would hurt. Rose is with her mom right now. She's visiting her mom in the hospital. She's 85. I hope your mom is okay. The other one that I wanted to mention is Nancy Bartow. Her son-in-law is in the intensive care unit. I don't know any of the circumstances or anything, but it's very stressful for them. So, So if you just could keep her in your prayers, that would be nice. Laura says, check your vehicle doors when you travel. 2 days ago, my King Super lady found a zip tie on her door handle. An indication of possible theft or sex trafficking. Laura, do you think that we could possibly be sex trafficked? Debbie says D from D and Doug just had a video on her mother was almost scammed by a call wanting her Medicare information. So, yeah, I think people do that. My mother was scammed with, I don't know if you've ever had it with a tabletop computer, or what do they call it, a PC. All of a sudden, there's this big red sign and it's flashing and it says, "Don't shut off your computer." And they charge you $200. Well, my mother sent it in and she wasn't stupid. Rhonda, I didn't know you had Cherries in the Snow lipstick. I am so happy. I'm so happy. Evie was trying to help me yesterday get my Amazon link up and running, and to link things like Cherries in the Snow and stuff, but I haven't had time to actually practice what she taught me because, well, I'll tell you tomorrow. I can't tell you today because then I won't have anything to talk about at coffee tomorrow. So I'm glad that you have it on, Rhonda. There was a time on this channel that everybody was wearing it. I have to wear it now all the time. Janine says, I trust nobody. Rose had, her mom had a stent in her heart valve. That sounds serious. Christy says she doesn't answer her phone ever. Yes, because even if you say yes, there was one time they would ask you a question that'd catch you off guard and you'd say yes, and then you'd get like 3 dozen light bulbs would come in the mail. Laura says she doesn't think they'd be interested in trafficking us, but theft. Yeah, I'm bad at that. Anne will attest to that. I don't ever lock my car doors. Robin's wearing it right now. Well, you know what's going to happen next week when we go to the White Mountains? I'm going to bring my Cherries in the Snow lipstick, and I have Cherries in the Snow nail polish. And I am going to have Anne put it on. Maybe she'll do her interview when she has it on. She's going to kill me. No, she laughs at everything. Rhonda says she got so many compliments. I think it's a really pretty color, Rhonda. My daughter says that's a little bright, isn't it? And I said, it's like a dark pink and it has a little sparkle in it and there's a little bit of red. So I think it's beautiful. I think everybody should wear it. It looks nice on the cup too when you know. Rhonda says she'll have to get the nail polish. Wait until I figure out how to do that thing. Amazon has been hounding me because I applied for it. I have an account, but I don't know how to do it on YouTube. Oh, look at Anne. She's got Cherries in the Snow on. Wait. Anne doesn't do lipstick, so. Carolyn says during the pandemic she stopped wearing makeup, but now she wears lipstick every day, even when she's not going there. Well, I don't know. Early on when we got on this Cherries in the Snow kick, there was one woman who made a comment, and I don't remember who it was, but she says, she commented that she was outside singing and she had her Cherries in the Snow and she was 85 or something. And that made me really happy. And then the other lady who bought one for her daughter and for her granddaughters, and when they FaceTime once a week, they all put on their Cherries in the Snow. How cool is that? I think it's really cool. Laura, thanks. Kim thinks she'd look pale. No, you would look awesome, even though I don't know what you look like. Rhonda, I'm so happy you wear it when you're filming. Robin says she loves red lips, pearls, big hair, and I cannot lie. Matt, have I said hi to you? I don't remember. If I didn't, I'm sorry. G.S. Thompson, we would love for you to do an interview. You mean with the policeman or with me? Somebody can interview me. They'd be laughing their head off. Carolyn says it does boost your spirits. You know, I have to say that this channel has been so good for me. If you look at some of those early videos that I did, you will see a big transformation. That's all, a rebirth or something. But I never used to wear lipstick. Oh, Christy, I think you should come to the White Mountains with us, and we're going to have to put some on you too. But now I wear the lipstick, and I almost don't like to go out without it. Rhonda says she will. Thank you. Sandy loves Sandy, I'm mad at you because Sandy found a knockoff Cherries in the Snow. Yeah, she did. She found a knockoff. That's not good, Christy. I mean, Sandy. Joshua, how many blind people? Oh, that's good, Rhonda. You could do it. You could interview me. I could interview you on another one. Joshua, why don't... I think I told you last time that I've never met many blind people. I've met deaf people. My uncle was deaf. Thank you, Marcia. Pam's grandma used to wear bright lipstick and blush. She likes sparkly sweaters and blouses. Oh, that's nice, Pam. You used to file and paint her nails bright red or pink. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know where I'm looking. But I have pink nail polish because I got to use up all the nail polish that Gay gave me when I was cleaning out my bathroom. Laura, I'm going to track down Drew and I'm going to ask him if he would do a talk for us. Thank you, Pam. Sounds like a plan, Rhonda. Quinny, stop. Quinny wants her 2 cents worth in here. What's only one more episode, Carolyn? Folks, we're getting down to the wire. You're probably sick of talking now. Make sure you like, please, 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 and check and make sure that you're subscribed, even if you think you are, because sometimes they do crazy things. Okay, so the plans are moving forward. Well, the plans are we're moving forward. Forget all that crap from the other day. I'm going to see if I can get Drew to come and do a video on senior safety and scams and spams and whatever. And then Rhonda and I will do interviews back and forth. I think that would be really fun. So do you have any other ideas, folks, before I hang up on you all? Thank you. Laura Lee, you've never heard Quinny have such a strong opinion? Thank you, Sandy. Can you hear her slurping now? Only Murders in the Building. Is that a good show, Carolyn? Is that my friend Kimberly? Kimberly, how did I miss you? I'm sorry if I missed you. Kimberly is one of those people that has stuck by me through thick and thin. So I can't hang up for another 2 minutes. We have 3 minutes because I want to make sure that you say hi to Kimberly because she's a dear friend. And Christy, you know Kimberly. We've got 2 minutes. Marcia says, see you later, alligators. Love you guys. Oh, Vicky, hi. Vicky and I talked about doing a cherries in the snow something. So maybe the other creators on here might want to think about something like that. Yes, Pat says, love your show. Don't forget, it is a show. It is not a video. It's a show. And I am the show host, and you are the audience. Judy likes the telephone museum. Bob says, ta-ta for now. Have a great day, anyone. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'm going to say goodbye. I love you all, and thanks for being so supportive. You are awesome. Yeah, you are. I hate to end it because I don't want to go be alone. Thank you, Robin. Okay, this is it. Toodles. Goodbye.